Okay, we apologize for that. Hopefully, we've got this straightened out. Um, Terry, go ahead and give it a
Yes.
roll. Give it a roll.
Okay. All right. So I want to start off tonight, as I tried a couple minutes ago. We'll see if we can get this right again. But I want to start off tonight by not really ranting, but um,
I've got plenty of ranting I can do right now. Trust
oh,
me.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Um, so we've been getting a lot of backlash on our Facebook site, just comments, private messages. Um, I've had a couple actually. Actually, I've had a couple private messages to my private Facebook site, um, and we don't want to cancel this any more than what the spectators are wanting to go. I mean, that's where we're at. We're ready. We're ready to go. We're ready to go see our family. The weekend is when we get in a truck Saturday morning to leave, we're going to see our other family. It's a whole nother family that we go spend time with and have fun with every weekend. So the events that are getting canceled is not by our doings. They're by government shutdowns, local, state, federal, whatever the case might be. 90% of our fairs and fire departments and they all receive federal and local state funding. It's they can't jeopardize losing the funding that they have. So, and that goes back to this past weekend, which I shouldn't be touching base on, but I'm going to touch base on it. Is
It's okay.
the fact that Snyder County wanted to run and they couldn't because they're on state ground, and they would have jeopardized losing their ground completely. They don't get state funding, but they get access to use state property, and that's the easiest thing for them for the state to hold against them is the property. And if they lose the property, nobody's going to have a Snyder County tractor pull anymore. Now,
Right.
the other event that was up north at Sarah's with Smoke and Speed over the weekend up at Burlington, that got to go. But however, that that county went to green, and that property was also privately owned. So there was no restrictions. I mean, there was restrictions of the 250 people, but there was nothing that the state could take from them or withhold from them, or the consequences were less. So now this coming weekend, I hear you're doing a live feed for Snyder County, Jr.
Yeah, we're certainly going to try. And guess what? They can hear you, Terry. So talk away.
Awesome.
Yay.
So with
Yeah, we are going to attempt. It's going to be a little easier than this crap that's going on here, but yeah, we're gonna give them a free feed. Yes.
okay, so that's kind of where we're at. Is if they found a way to try to get the pullers back out to the track and to get something you guys as fans at home. So um, tune in and watch it on the live feed and see what happens and hopefully it gets the itch out that you guys can see what you want to see and go from there. I mean, they can't open it to spectators, I guess. They want to, and if they get the okay to, they're gonna, I guess. Is that what I understood from your
That is that
your
is
show last night?
that is correct. Night before last. Yeah, and they it's open to the pullers, and I obviously they bring helpers. Pullers only, no spectating at this time. Now,
Right.
if they were to be fortunate enough to get the go ahead to have spectators, then there's going to be a serious media frenzy to get the word out. But at this time, no spectators.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So,
Okay. So, I mean, them as a promoter, they're just like us. I mean, we want to go, and they're trying to go, and
yep.
so, and the same with Sarah. She stuck her neck out on a limb by hosting an event the size of what she did. And Snyder County is going to do the same thing. They're sticking their neck out by trying to bring something to all the spectators for free at home, and they're
Yeah.
eating the bill. So I mean, the every promoter wants to do this. We want to do this. So just be careful on what's said on social media because we don't want this. This
No,
isn't where we want to be.
no, we can't
And
afford any negativity in this deal. It's hard
right,
enough as it is when everybody, when the
yeah,
promoters,
the
the pullers, and the fans. I mean, there's some diehard, honest to goodness fans, and most of you are. But we have a few. I mean, they're out there. It just,
right.
it's not anybody's fault. Okay,
That's right.
just
That's
be
right. It's
professional about it at all, if at all possible. Uh,
we're
hopefully,
stuck in a world right now that doesn't have a playbook.
you're
We don't
correct.
know the next step.
You are correct. Very correct.
So we're doing our best and we're trying to do our best to continue to do something.
Yep.
And anytime you think you see the light at the end of the tunnel, you get knocked back. It's like the saying, 10 or one step forward and 10 steps
Yeah,
back. I mean,
and that
it,
happened. That happened last weekend in Snyder County to them.
right.
Uh, they were
Yep.
good to go till the day before, and boom.
Yep.
So
And I mean, I thought I seen some light at the end of the tunnel here this week, and
yeah,
last Saturday was pretty good up north. Hats off to that happened up there, and hopefully Snyder County can pull the win out this week with what they're trying to do. And then I get the phone call on Tuesday that Mike's going to cancel the buck for June 13th and June 20th, so we
yeah,
can add them to our cancellations for June.
that's correct.
And I mean, I thought we were going to start seeing some light, but then again, there we got knocked back again, and they're still in red. Lancaster County is still in red.
Yeah,
So, and with them in red, they're by doing the math of the red, yellow to green, and how the counties are falling, he's not going to be in green in time.
yeah. I was
So,
just in a chat conversation this evening, and I think they're getting ready to go yellow. Not that that's any big step, but it's better than red. But they are getting ready to go yellow.
right.
But
Yep. And hopefully, I mean, everybody mark your calendars for August because we are supposed to be at the Buck on August 15th, and we're supposed to be back at the Buck on August 22nd. That's his
it's
trucker show
trucker
weekend
show.
on the 22nd.
Yeah, that's a
Yep.
big show.
Uh,
A lot of people.
yeah.
So,
And if we run at the Buck on the 15th, he's going to have two really big shows because that'll be the first time our Super Pros, two-wheel drives, mods, and four-wheel drive gas will all four, I think, will be at the Buck
mhm.
that weekend. I don't have that schedule in front of me um, to tell you if those are the right classes, but I believe they are. Um, but yeah, so hopefully that's 2 months away.
Yeah,
So hopefully we'll see some light at the end of the tunnel by then. But
I
um,
have I have a few
another one,
things I could say about the state of Pennsylvania. Some pictures I saw today. I'm not going to get into that political thing, but
why not?
well,
You can join the crowd of everybody else.
I think
No,
I'd be
no,
safe. But why is the guy who wants you to stay home out shoulder to shoulder with people? That's all I'm going to say. So, anyway, you were going to say.
yep, yep. No, I knew right where you were going because I was griping about her ever since I
Oh,
seen that picture.
quite a few were, but whatever.
Yep, yep. Practice what you preach, and he's not good at it. But all right.
That's for
So
another
back to what
chat.
we were
Let's
saying.
go to rest is a
Yes,
tractor pulling.
yes, yep,
Yeah,
yep, yeah. We'll let the politics out of it.
there you go.
All right. So July 17th down at Tuckahoe. That has unfortunately that has also been canceled.
All but Frederick. Right now, all Maryland events have been canceled.
That is correct. All Maryland events except for the Great Frederick Fair, which is actually not until all the way out
September.
on
September.
September 21st.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've actually surprised I haven't got that phone call yet because of the size of that fair. There's been a lot of other large fairs that is the size of that have been canceling already.
Good.
Um,
Well,
so hopefully they're going to stick with it and keep trying. But yes, I have not received that phone call yet, and I have actually been checking in weekly on their website to make sure they're not updating anything on there, and
right.
that I might have missed a phone call or something.
Hmm.
But so let's kind of get off the bad news. I guess I think that's all the cancellations that we've really had. There is one other cancellation. I guess I can touch base on that right now.
Hmm.
Um, the Center Hall Grange Fair has announced that they have canceled. Um, Now, there's some other stuff entailed with that. Um, we are they have canceled the fair and they've canceled all activities on the fairgrounds. But there's a gentleman out there that is pretty big in charge of taking on that place, wants to have a pool. So some of the classes that were running there are being transferred to another location at another date. That is going to be held on, that was a lot of phone calls today to figure out who can attend and who can't and who can make it and who wants
Right.
to put it on. And we've come up with um, July 3rd is a Friday. We were supposed to be at Shippensburg and on July 3rd and July 4th, but July 3rd will now be going to Port Royal Speedway
Okay.
and in Pennsylvania, and that's going to be put on by the same crew that puts it on out at the Center Hall Grange Fair. Same clay, same dirt. About 10 minutes down the road, 10, 15 minutes down the road, not very far from that location, but um, their committee didn't set well with the committee that just nix all the tractor pulls. So those guys together, they came together as a group and is wanting to do something. So so yeah, we're just keep that in mind. That goes back to the negativity comments on Facebook and stuff. There's a prime
Yeah.
example of how bad they didn't want to cancel either, so they're going out of their way to try and do something else. So we will be at we will be at Port Royal Speedway on July 3rd.
Okay.
More details will be coming. Yeah, more details will be coming here. I'm actually meeting him on Saturday evening, and we're gonna finalize everything Saturday evening. Right now, I know my Pro Stock diesel pickup trucks will be there, and I got a phone call out about the Super Pro class potentially coming, and the modified 4x4 gas is potentially coming, and um, maybe, we're not sure yet, but maybe the light Pro Stock tractors.
So that'd be a pretty big
So
show. Yeah.
yes, and then also keep in mind for fans that are into tractor pulling and circle track dirt racing, they are running a humongous race, I guess, from my understanding, at Port Royal on July 4th. So for anybody that wants to travel in and make a weekend of it, you can go to the same facility 2 nights in a row for tractor pulling and for circle track racing.
That's
Tractor
great.
pulling one night, circle track racing the second night. So, but that was kind of the news that I wanted to break tonight. Was that, I mean, Not much, but it's a little hope.
Hey, it's a
So,
glimmer of hope. Glimmer of hope. So
yes.
that's great. Very good.
Yep. So, and then I guess you're going to be touching base here in a show or two with the Hoyts about Bloomsburg.
In 2 weeks, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. I'll touch base here a little bit. My phone has been way overly busy. Facebook has been very busy. Bloomsburg is going to go. We are definitely running at Bloomsburg on June 20th. The event is
Good.
on 100%. We're
Great.
not backing down. We are going to be there.
Good.
That's a lot of the questions that I'm getting is the event definitely going to go, or is it going to get canceled at the last minute? Not happening. It's going to fly. We're going to be there.
I won't. Yes,
Um,
yes, we will. I'll be there. Yep,
yep.
you bet.
And if anybody's traveling in, got a phone call from, I believe it was the Quality Inn. I think it was a Quality Inn. I have to go back through my emails to find out for sure. But if you're coming in to book a hotel, now's the time because I have a hotel that has said that they are already booked out.
Really?
So yes, yep.
Okay.
That was a phone call. I got an email from them on Tuesday night inquiring about it, and till I touched base and got a hold of the manager on yesterday afternoon, he already sold out of rooms yesterday morning for the June 20th. So if you're looking to come in, get a hotel, now's the time to look to see what's in that area. I don't know everything that's in that area for hotels, but it's pretty easy if you just Google search the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds and then outsource from there. There's stuff in Buckhorn, Light Street, down in Bloomsburg, out the strip. There's plenty of hotels around, but by the sounds of it, it might fill up.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure being right off of I-80, I'm sure there's plenty of hotels around there somewhere. So I would
Yes.
think.
Yeah. Yep.
Kenton Lead is asking
Yep.
if we're going to do a live Bloomsburg stream. No, I will actually be working that
No.
event, and I will have a fill-in videographer filming. So, no, there won't be no live feed. Sorry.
Yep. And to clarify some of that, I don't know if we can do a live feed on a Lucas Oil show.
Correct.
Um, that coincides with our sponsorships that we have, and our sponsorships always come first. And
That's
the
correct.
free live feed also cuts in on our promoter, and without the promoter getting people in the gate, the promoter can't continue to put this on. A lot of these promoters are banking on what comes through the gate just to cover the cost of our show. Our show is a top notch show, and it comes with a little price tag, and that's why we're at where we're at. So
That's right.
um, unfortunately, I'm sorry. Yeah, we can't do live feeds,
And I'm really
um,
not set up to do a paid pay-per-view live feed. I'm trying to get through this as it is, which I won't, we'll get it. Don't worry. But someday, maybe. Um, I might look into that, but I don't. I got to watch the red tape, so to speak, in a polite way, with doing stuff like that, because not every promoter wants that. So, and you don't really
correct.
want to start something and have people expect it, and then you don't do it. So it's something you have to work with everybody on, in the future. But I won't rule it out in the future, but we'll see. Still here? Didn't lose
Yeah,
you, did I?
yeah.
Okay.
I was just looking for something here.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I was just letting you talk. And but yeah, that's our two big sponsors there that we can't touch on is it's Lucas Oil Racing TV and Mav TV. and
Yes.
maybe someday here they'll have something that we can buy or go through them per se to do live feeds that would be like a pay-per-view subscription that we can outsource to do a percentage back to our promoters and help them out that way and do something, but that hasn't really come across the table yet. I know it has with some other organizations, and it is something that I asked a question to somebody today about it, and and we're going to see where we can go. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
It's not ruled out, but it might be coming in the future.
Okay.
So, yep. But yep. So Bloomsburg, yeah, that's definitely going to be a go. It's going to be a show that nobody wants to miss. It's drawing a lot of attention from a lot of pullers.
I highly recommend you put that, if no other pool this year, put Bloomsburg on your schedule to come, because that's going to be, I have a feeling, a very big show.
Yeah, I've gotten some phone calls from some NTPA guys out in Indiana. They run Lucas Oil and the Champions Tour stuff, and they also run some NTPA stuff. And um, I've got some phone calls from Ohio and Kentucky, and I think I got a phone call or two from New York. You got a phone call or two from New York, JR?
Yes, it did. They will.
Okay.
Those guys will definitely be there.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of stuff coming from around. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a show that you're not going to want to miss. It's
Why don't you give us a rundown of the classes that will be at Bloomsburg?
So right now, the yes, that however that has changed, hasn't it?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
So we have our Super Stock Pro Stock class. They're our bigger tractor class that we have, and then we have our light pro tractors, which they were new to us last year. We just started running them for a competitive point series last year. This will be their second year with us. They had a pretty good fair amount with us last year. And a part of some of the phone calls that I've got was some pro stock guys, some super stock guys, and some light pro guys. So that they're both national level classes, so they're going to draw from quite a few different states. We have our modified 4x4 gas class. They've been at Bloomsburg past couple of years, and they're going to be back again this year. And I actually just talked to one of those guys tonight. He has 3 of them, and he is gung ho and ready to come. There's 3 of them in his team, and him and I were talking about what might be coming too, and he's thinking along the lines that I was, that we'll probably see some of them from out west, and maybe some from down south, because there was no competitive place for them to really go hook them yet. So
Yes. Yep.
we should see some more numbers in them. Our multi-engine modified tractors. I don't know if he's coming in this weekend anymore. They're an awesome class to watch. I believe, if I'm correct, we have the only radial motor tractor in the U.S. Am I wrong on saying that?
As far as I know, you are correct. Yep. Pretty sure.
Okay.
There might be one other one. If it is, it's not running that I know. So.
Okay. That's the last I knew. I thought we had the only radial engine mod, and I know there's some over in, is it Europe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know I think there's actually a mini over there, but
Yeah.
other than that, we are the only place. So when you guys see that radial motor, that's the only one.
Yep. Something
Nobody
special.
else in the United States sees that. Yes. Yep. It's very special that nobody else gets to see that unless if they come to one of our shows. So it's kind of a little
Right.
bragging rights there, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But
a lot of work. A lot of work.
yes. Yep. but I think I actually seen a post on somebody, so whether it was something that the Bloomsburg Fair made up and put on Facebook that, or Chris Hoyt, or I don't think it was on our event page, but a picture of his tractor was on there and said that they are ready to come, and they'll be there. I'm pretty sure it was Lenny Brookhart put that picture of his tractor on there.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, but the other one, I talked to him 2 weeks ago, and he was inquiring about Bloomsburg, and that's Don Dean.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's from Indiana. He has a triple turbine engine tractor, and it's a pretty neat piece to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, he inquired about it to see if Bloomsburg was still going to go, and um, that was before, that was 2 weeks ago, and but uh, but yeah, he. When I talked to him 2 weeks ago, he was planning on coming in. So, and I might see him this weekend. I'm not sure, but if we see him, I'm gonna confirm that. That way, the next time you come on with Chris or Brooks or Ryan or Corey, you guys can maybe touch base
Yeah.
on that and clarify that when you're on the
It's
Bloomsburg show.
it's Brooks and Corey. I twisted Chris's arm, but I can't get him to come on. But he's sending Corey Brooks to take care of that. So we'll have fun with them too.
Yeah, yep, yeah. I heard that Chris didn't want no parts of the live feed, so
I told him he didn't
I
have to
hope he's
come
at
on
home
camera.
watching.
Yeah, well, I hope. But I told him he can do it over the telephone. He doesn't have to have a camera in front of him. He still wouldn't do it. So that's all right.
Yeah,
He just doesn't know
yeah,
that opens the book to really pick on him because he won't be there. See, so
yeah.
we can really jab at it. So
Well, maybe I'll let you in on a little secret when we
oh,
come a little
okay,
closer. Like
okay,
maybe I'll text you during the middle of that show, and maybe you can
okay.
somehow figure out a way to call him out. Maybe I don't know. We'll figure something out. See if you can get
Hey, look,
something out of him.
I got to spend a day with him Saturday, so don't get him too upset.
Oh, he doesn't get upset.
I know he does.
Yeah, he's pretty easy to pick on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So,
Yep.
yep.
Yeah.
So, yep. And then new to Bloomsburg this year, and so Chris called me like 2.5 months ago, right after Keystone, and when everything started doing a domino effect to canceling, Chris did some homework and he made a phone call to me, and he said, if by chance that our event still goes on at Bloomsburg and the Buck happens to cancel, can we bring the semis to Bloomsburg? So I jumped on the phone with Dave Greek and Jerry Martin and all of our semi guys and informed them that, hey, if the Buck cancels on that night, Bloomsburg would like to have your class up there. Would you guys be interested in just coming to Bloomsburg for points that night instead of going if the Buck cancels and you can't go there? So with the Buck canceling the other night, the semis will now be at Bloomsburg, and that's new. They've never been there before for the summer show, um, and you don't want to miss them. They are they are definitely an attention getter.
Oh yeah, definitely. The only semi that's been there is Albert Brown. He was there a couple of years ago, made a test run.
Yes, that
Yeah,
is right. Yep.
yeah, that'd be a nice addition to the show. Absolutely. Proud of love.
Yep. And I think I seen Albert run this past Saturday night, and I think he might have done a little work to his truck.
Yeah, he usually does a little bit of winter tuning. So good.
Yeah, it ran a little better this past Saturday night than what it has in the past.
Okay.
It kind of surprised me. So,
Very good.
but yep. So that's kind of the news. We're going to be
Okay.
at Port Royal on July 3rd, and Bloomsburg is definitely a go, and the semis will be attending our Bloomsburg show.
Great, very good.
Um,
And I'm sure Lincoln Speedway has 2 shows yet on the schedule, and the way they're going, those are definites, I'm sure.
yes, I talked to the owner at the Lincoln Speedway, and he informed me that they were going to be running on Memorial Day. Now, this was before all the news media that they got. Um, he informed me that they were going to try and run, and as long as they continued to run, our show was still on. So we will be there on July 25th.
Good.
I believe that's right. Yes, July 25th.
I'm scheduling from.
So, yep. So yeah. So
Awesome.
right now we are looking at Bloomsburg on June 20th, Shippensburg or Port Royal on July 3rd, Boonesboro, Maryland on July 11th. I have not heard that they canceled yet.
Okay, so that would be another Maryland event still possible.
Yes, actually it would. And
I thought it was
I haven't
canceled.
got a phone call from. Well, I thought so too, and I heard a lot of rumors that it was. However, I did not get that phone call from the promoter, and I was just on their Facebook page before you called into me, and the only thing it says on their Facebook page was that the May 18th one was canceled.
Okay.
They have no updates on there yet either, publicizing that they're July 11th. So keep that date marked still. I know the Ag Center has some stuff out that a lot was canceled on the Ag Center, but they have not personally called and they have not personally publicized it themselves yet.
Okay.
That's put on by, and for other people that want to try and key in and stay up to date on that show or on that event, that would be the Washington County Antique Tractor Pullers Association.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually the name. If you type in Washington County Antique Tractor Pullers, their Facebook page will come up, and they're pretty quick at updating their Facebook if there's sudden changes. So.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah. So no, Frederick wouldn't be the only one left in Maryland. We still have Bloomsburg yet, or Boonesboro. Boonesboro.
That's great. Well, we hope so. Anyway, for now, it's a good place to go pull. But
yeah, that's a good track.
Yeah, I just fear Hogan right now, Maryland. But we'll see. Maybe they'll get lucky.
Yeah, I don't know. My political view here is stuff's going to change pretty rapidly in the next couple of weeks. But it's just my thoughts.
Yeah.
It's my opinion, and everybody has one.
Let's hope.
That's right.
We hope so, because it's time to go truck and tractor pull. I say it over and over and over to go pull. So.
Yep.
For sure. Folks, hit the thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we want to slowly, steady grow the show. And this is, we said we'd be bringing pullers on, and we will be in the very near future. But there's so much things changing day to day that we just keep bringing on, promoter, whatever, directors to give us an idea where we're going, what direction we're headed. So, but that's great. I mean, we had some more cancellations, but we got some good news for Port Royal. And obviously, I know Lincoln Speedway is going to be in pretty good shape. And we got to get the buck going. Doggone it. We got to hope we can get some luck here in Lancaster County. Get Mike Hoff rolling again.
Yeah. Yeah, of all people to have to cancel, Mike's taken a real terrible hit out of this.
You bet. Yep.
He has a show there every single weekend, and so far every single show has been canceled.
Yep. Yeah, it's a shame,
So,
I mean, everybody's taking it, taking it hard. But, Yeah, he's got a lot of money invested, so nothing to do, but sit and wait. So let's hope. He was
Right.
hoping. I know he was hoping to get started this Saturday with the Diesel Power Fest show. That's gone. Basically, the whole month of June's gone for him.
Yeah. Yep.
So okay. Well, is that about all you've got to touch on? Or
I believe so.
okay.
Don't really got nothing else new. I mean, we'll just keep everybody posted as we can. Just check out our Facebook page and our website for updates. And um, sometimes they're coming in so fast that just like yesterday, or
Yeah.
not yesterday. I think was it yesterday or the day before? I don't. I think it was yesterday. I got the buck canceled on. I got the buck canceled on one day, and then the next day Tuckahoe canceled, and
Yeah.
it's like a domino effect here. It's you have nothing all week long, and then all of a sudden, boom, there you got 2 or 3 events that
Yeah.
just knocked off, and so
Yeah. We lost Delta too. Delta was canceled.
yes, I forgot that, didn't I? Yep,
No, it's okay.
that was the other
It's
one.
on the scroller here. But, I have a
Okay,
scroller running tonight on the background page here. Yeah.
so I got Delta and the buck on the same day, and then Tuckahoe was the day after, and it's just 4 of them, 4 events in a matter of 2 days. So just stay posted, and we'll get them updated as quick as we can get them updated, and as soon as I know something on it, we're putting it on Facebook right away. If I'm not putting it on, John Smith's putting it on. So we're both staying on top of it and getting it out at least on Facebook as quick as we can, um and so yeah, just check in there, and we're gonna start doing. Katrina and I have been talking here, and um, for those I guess that are listening tonight that haven't listened before, Katrina is kind of the backbone here of the office work, and if that office work wouldn't get done, I would be nowhere. Um, she is she is the backbone of this whole organization with as far as in the paperwork goes. So I'm going to kind of put a small burden on her again, and see if, and maybe JR, maybe you could help her with it. But
Uh-oh.
we're gonna get some videos going on Facebook and just do some recap stuff of some past events, and just kind of give people something to tune in and watch, whether it just be a leaf through of like photos, whatever, just something to just change it up. I don't know.
There's this page. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before. Called Eat Pulling Videos on YouTube. That's what we do. I'm just kidding. We can do that. We'll work
I
on
know.
that. Yeah, that's a
I'm
great
talking
idea.
about liven up our Facebook page, not yours.
No, it's not my Facebook page. It's my YouTube page.
Well,
But,
your YouTube page. Yeah.
yeah, I'll
No.
actually I can share links over to your page. That's not a problem. So,
Well, that would be good.
yeah,
Give people stuff to watch, and
sure.
not sure what else to do at this point. I mean, but yeah,
I
that's
sure am happy that I have a lot of years of pulling videos to share, or we'd be in trouble here. So, but I
yeah.
got lots. Some's not even transferred from tape to DVD yet, so I got plenty.
Okay. Good.
And we're going to have some 2020 footage coming, so that's a good thing.
Yes, we will.
A lot of people like.
17
Go ahead.
16 days.
16
I'm
days.
counting down.
Well, I got this Saturday, and there's some good stuff running there too. So we're going to have some
Oh,
new.
yeah.
We're going to have some new class videos coming. So
Yep.
I found a lot of people don't, like to look back to see how pulling was, even 8, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. But and then there's some that's like, where's the new stuff? you got to go pulling to get the new stuff. So,
Yes.
so
So actually, to bring something up of old school, when I was a kid, this is what drew me into liking tractor pulling was the brush pulls. Because that's all I ever seen when I was a kid was brush pulls. And then as I got older, then I started going elsewhere and seeing what we do, and that's what really drew my attention. And I ended up building a truck, and I pulled a truck for a couple years. And
okay.
but besides that point, when I was up at Burlington this past weekend, it reminded me of a brush pull 20 years ago. We started pulling at 6 o'clock at night, and we didn't get done till 2:30 in the morning, and we had 2 tracks running. Now, a brush
Wow.
pull back then wasn't 2 tracks, but it
Right.
was 8.5 hours worth of pulling, and it was non-stop. There was
I've,
over 14. There was over 400 hooks at that location.
oh, there was. Wow.
Yes, that
Wow.
was a humongous night up there, but it just took me back to what a brush pull used to be. At the local fair up here at Laurelton, at the Union County West End Fair, I remember when I was a kid, they would start pulling, and I mean I'm talking like when I was 5, 6 years old. They would start pulling, and they'd pull till the sun came up.
Well,
So,
I might have you beat on that. 2008 or 2009, I can't remember. In that area, Cloverdale, Indiana, with Clint Tucker. I
okay,
remember starting 2 tracks indoors. I filmed one track, and his brother Nick filmed the other one. And started, I think, I want to say 11 o'clock in the morning. And I packed up at, it was like 2:45 a.m. And Nick was still filming the track as I waved to him when I walked out to go to bed. Uh,
oh
that's,
my,
yeah, that was a big, big, big night of film for sure. Day and night. What a show. But yeah, that was a big one. That's for sure. Up there at Burlington.
yep, yes.
What else?
Now, if I'm to take a guess or be a gambling person, I'm gonna say that our Bloomsburg show, it ain't gonna be no 400 hooks. As much as I would love to see that, but not on one track. But
You
it's
better.
gonna be big.
That's
It,
fine.
it's
But if it's
it's
400 hooks, you better be finding a backup flagger.
I got you.
Kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah. I think Bloomsburg's going to be big. So I mean
I hope
that
it
was a good
is.
taste of what for pullers come out. I mean there was a good fan base up there. There was a good amount of pullers that came up there, and um, I'm led to believe that Snyder County is going to have a good turnout this weekend with their pullers showing up, and I'm led to believe that our Bloomsburg show is going to be. I'm saying it's going to be one of the biggest shows at Bloomsburg.
That's great.
That's
We'll take it. We'll
that's
take it.
that's my thought. Yep.
We'll take it.
So
And that's a good way to start. You know, if you want to call this a season, that's a good way to start. So,
yes.
and they'll be able to handle it.
Yep.
There's good people there. So,
Oh yes. Yes. Yep. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I got. I mean,
okay, very good. I just want to throw in a reminder here for Snyder County this Saturday. If you could just deal with my microphone here real quick and my weakening voice. Uh, 11 a.m. I think it's 11. Did I say that right? 11 o'clock Saturday. They'll be running the 13,000 farm stock and all their truck classes. When that show is complete, they're going to rebuild the track and they're going to ask those pullers to leave the grounds to allow head count room for the evening show, which would be their tractor classes. And that is slated to start at 6 p.m. If you cannot make this, well, you can't have fans, but check your computer, Snyder County Tractor Pullers Facebook page. There'll be a link, or there'll be a live feed going for free. So you'll be able to watch the whole show, barring any internet problems on the grounds there. That's our intent. we'll stream the morning show, take a break, and then a little before 6 p.m. we'll start a new stream for the evening show. All free for the fans because unfortunately at this point they can't have you there. So this is kind of a little way to say, hey, we're sorry. This is all we can do, but you're going to get a free show out of it. So check it out. Um, this will be our first time streaming on Facebook, but I'm sure we'll be fine. So that's really all I have to say, Terry. I appreciate you coming on and going over some of this stuff. And sounds like Bloomsburg is the big go.
Yep. Yep. We're definitely going to go at Bloomsburg, and I thank you for putting this together. And
Twice.
it's kind of our, huh?
I said I had to put it together twice.
Oh.
Second restart. Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, 4 times. 4 times. The third night I was on, but
yes.
fourth time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant just tonight. Okay.
Yep. No, I was referring to all of it because it is a good way to get our stuff out, and and you took the time and initiative to put all this together, and so hopefully
I appreciate that. Yep. And
it keeps going for you.
Yeah, and it's posted. It's not like it's just this and you can't see it no more. You'll be able to see it forever on the YouTube page.
Right.
So they can get their
Yep.
information. If they can't make the show, they can watch it later and see what's going on. So, okay, we're gonna wrap this up then. I have a show coming on that I want to watch tonight. So, thanks for coming on, Terry. I'll be in. Just hang with us. I'll talk with you after the show closes here. And we thank everybody. We apologize for the earlier audio issues. That seems to be an ongoing thing, but we're getting there. And we'll hope to see you Tuesday at 8 p.m. I'm not quite sure. Probably Joey Radel will come on for a little bit to recap Sealands Grove. Sounds like we're going to have a good day there, good weather. So no rain threat that I'm aware of. So we'll see you. The plan is Tuesday at 8 p.m. And again, like, share, ring the bell, all that good stuff. Give us thumbs up, and we'll see you. We'll see you Tuesday.